Here we'll take a look at the cordless screw gun. Here I'll show you the product features, accessories and consumables, and also how to maintain your product so you get the most out of it. So here we'll just take a look around the cordless screw gun. So as it is there, it's got a weight of 1.9 kilo with the standard cone, and with the collated head brings it up to a 2.3 kilo weight rating. So it's got a single speed of 4,500 RPM, and in the front here it's got a stock standard 1/4 inch bit holder, which is for standard bits and also for the longer posi bits for the collated gun. It's on a standard 18 volt battery platform, so with that we've got options for reduced weight with smaller batteries or longer run time with the longer batteries. You've got a belt clip on the left hand side of the tool, and you've got a scaffold or ladder hook on the right hand side. Here you've got your forward and reverse through there, and on top here we've got an auto manual feature. So on manual is when we're manually pulling the trigger to drive the screw. We can flick it onto auto, and with that all we need to do is to put pressure onto the machine and it'll auto feed that screw as well. It's also got a pulse feature that's built into it as well, just to put the screw in a little bit further if necessary. When we're looking at the two different options for the depth settings, first one is where we've got the standard depth setting cone where we're doing individual screws. Whenever we're fitting the bits, if we've got a battery in, we just leave it onto manual, because on auto it'll auto feed. So we can just pop that in there, push that in, the cone goes directly over that, just bring it up to the machine, lock it on, and then we can increase or decrease the depth of the screw through there. So that's for standard depth. When we're using the collated, it's got the longer bit, again 1/4 inch bit directly in, and this can be fitted either way around the tool in these little segments through here, but all we do now is we can push that directly in and lock it up. So with the collated head, we've got, this is our depth settings. So on the side of the tool here, you've got plus and minus, so deeper, shallower, so you adjust the screw length there. This will take a screw up to 55 mm in length, so all we do to adjust the screw length is to move this in and out, and on the side here we've got the measurements depending on what size screw we've got. We can bring that out to suit. So here we'll take a look at a couple of the accessories for the screw gun. With our batteries, so these will work with Bluetooth or non-Bluetooth batteries. We've got batteries with higher amp hours for longer running time, or where we want less weight, we've got the more compact batteries. Different chargers, so the 6 amp charger and the 8 amp charger, and this one's the Airstream charger for fast charging is also an option. And also with both of the heads, we've got the bits as replacement bits as well. Just a couple of maintenance tips to make sure that you get the most out of the screw gun. Firstly, when you charges, you keep your charging terminals clear and clean, and also for the actual charging terminals on the battery. So this will give you the best chance of getting the maximum in your batteries. And also, even with the tool itself, is just keeping the side where the battery's locking into, just keeping that clear as well. Your air intake, so you've got your air intake here. This has got a brushless motor, so it runs quite cool, but you still keep these air intakes clear of plaster or anything like that, where they can be blown out and just clear, so you've got good airflow through it as well. The auto manual feature, one thing to point out with that is when we have got a battery in, and when we've got that on forward, on manual, you can't turn that on. People make the mistake of that now not working. When you've got it in reverse, it'll work in reverse, and it's the same with the auto function. So when you've got it in manual and you've got it in forward, the idea of that is that the bit's got to have pressure on it to make it spin. So that's why it's not working in manual, but when I put it in reverse, it does work, and that's to back the screw out a little bit. A big benefit to this one is that the head can be cleaned, so there's no issues with having to take it to a repair centre. If you do get in it, you can clear it out quite easy. So all we do is we can remove the head, and now we want to take the depth setting out, so we just push the green button in and just pull that out. Then at the back here we've got this little silver clip. If we put the main magazine head in and just push that forward, that'll then release that. And this is the part that can get some plaster in it, but that we can clean out quite easy. So all we do then is just this little lever at the back. We just need to push down and bring that out. And that's just got a spring in it. And then that allows you to clean all that out, clear it of any plaster dust if you're doing a lot of ceilings, and that can then just be replaced back in. Push down, the clip goes back on. We just bring that into the spring again, lock that in, and just when we're putting the depth gauge back in, we just want to make sure that the numerals or the numbers are all looking up at us. Then all we need to do is push that in, and then that'll then lock back into place. And that's an easy way of maintaining your head on site and keeping it clean. Just lastly, a maintenance tip of setting up for screws. So these will take any collated screw on the market, so we can pass them through that little channel there, bring it up to the main chamber, and then just push it up. And that way, just to setting up the depth of the screw, we can just push that green lever down and then bring that out, so we've got minimum travel to the screw. So that sets the gun up ready to go. So that's it for this guide. Hopefully that allows you to get the most out of your product. If you've got any other questions or need further information, just head to our website.